welcome to the stage, Mike Zakarian.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the NBA Bid. Happy Monday, October 6th. We're just rolling. We're rolling right in. We are now, 15 days away from regular season NBA action. Means we're 15 days away from the NBA marathon. Let's just like overreact to some preseason stuff today. We can look at some box scores. We can get excited. We can talk about how I got my pants kicked in yesterday in the football streets, or we could spend a full hour. We could spend a full hour talking about one battle after another. Woo! Saw that on Saturday, baby. It was beautiful. It feels great. It feels great. I haven't been to a movie in a while. It was a solo movie experience. Went by myself. It was a nice little reclining chair outside of a woman that was laughing like a crazy person throughout the movie. Really good experience. And the Yankees lost a bunch this weekend. So just good vibes all around. Before we check in with the chat, just a couple of things. Do me a favor. If it's your first time here, hit the subscribe, like the video. If you're watching on Twitter, I'm only doing that to get you here to YouTube. Come over to YouTube. Just some business. Let's get some business off the top. 89 Cavs season debut today, 3 p.m. Eastern, right here on this YouTube channel. We'll be live at 3. For you Celtics fans, not only do you have a Celtics Daily episode going live at 10, I'm jumping on First to the Floor, the First to the Floor podcast tonight. I think they do it live, so that's going to be tonight at 8:30 Eastern, I think, so you can go check that out if you'd like. If you need a second screen for Monday Night Football. We should have the NBA bit 3 or 4 times this week. We'll have our So Rare show on Thursday. We've got some fun announcements later in the week. So good stuff all around. Let's check in with the chat. Who do we got? Who's in the chit chat this morning? We got the common man. Happy birthday to Mr. Kaminga, Herb Jones, and Bronny James. Daniel Pedro in the chat. We got Patty Coin. Stubbs up in here. That's right. The dog was ready. He's now laying back down. Regulator. DJ Local in the chat. Let's go. We got Sean up in here. Boston Bay says, you know you're 40 when you have a really good experience at a movie by yourself and then and share it with people. It was a great movie. Honestly, everybody should go see it. It was like an action movie that was also fun. Yeah, that's right. Jay Catch, Mr. Justin, Jay Catch, commercial TV star, repping the Lions. If you haven't seen it yet, we might talk about that for 30 minutes today. Shout out Jay Catch. Also, was seeing on Instagram, Jay Catch getting some buckets last night in a little pickup league. So shout out to Jay Catch. Let's you guys want to talk about some hoops? We got Maddie working in the office today, so no manifestos in the Discord. Yeah, if you guys aren't in the Discord, Maddie Harrison was giving you some So Rare updates in the basketball streets. So go check that out if you'd like. Where do we start? You guys want to just go through some box scores? You want to go through some box scores? Oh, wait, actually, yes. Let's actually start here. Charlotte Hornets broadcaster Eric Collins, who was the one that's like, Lord Merlot, blah, like just losing his mind the whole time. He called the playoff preview of the Miami Dolphins and the Carolina Panthers, and he was awesome. He was insane, just yelling for both teams like a psychopath. Real good stuff. Oh, I saw one battle after another, Sean. One battle after another. Let's just bounce around some box scores and we'll go in order, right? So preseason started on Thursday, right? It was on Thursday. I think it was. Whenever we did the last NBA bit, that was the first day. It was the Knicks and the 76ers. And, listen, I think it's really important not to go nuts about some of like the stuff that we're seeing in the postseason. Like, we're going to get to the Lakers, and the Lakers fans are like having seizures talking about DeAndre Ayton right now. Oh, sorry. I don't know if you can hear that, but there's an ad playing. Stop it. They're just losing their mind about DeAndre Ayton. I do think there are some things we can take away. And like for me, like obviously the Sixers, right? They didn't have Embiid. VJ Edgecombe, not shy shooting the ball, right? He was out there, tried to catch a body early on, went 4 for 13 from the field. He had 14 points. Maxey had 14 points. Now, Maxey only played 23 minutes, just getting his sea legs. Just some, I just want to say Jabari Walker's name. All right. I want to say Jabari Walker's name, mainly for the fantasy purposes. I wonder if he comes up at some point this season for the 76ers. I've always been a fan of Jabari Walker. Feel like we would stream him occasionally in his Portland days. I kind of like this fit for him in Philly. So I don't know. I'm throwing out Jabari Walker's name. I agree with you, Sean. It is bad. Those ads are terrible. Drummond, we got some Drummond preseason. That's exciting. But what I wanted to point out here is we saw our guy Mitch Robb slide into the starting lineup. And you might say, hey, Mike, is that because OG Anunoby didn't play in the first game? And the answer is no, that's not why. Because Dadier got the start for OG. But we saw Josh Hart come off the bench. Obviously only played 7 minutes. Again, we're not like concerned about like, oh, he only played 7 minutes. But I do think this is telling that Mitchell Robinson might be getting the start for the Knicks. And we've seen like some highlight or some still shots from their training camp where Mitch was had like a starter jersey on. It might mean we get sixth man of the year Josh Hart candidate, because I don't really think I slide back and forth from fantasy perspectives. I don't think this hurts Josh Hart's value too much. I think he was already overvalued in the best ball streets, but I think he's still going to play close to the same amount of minutes. However, I will say Mike Brown has like truly gone out of his way to multiple times now to say, hey, we're not going to play our starters 4,000 minutes. And so I do think that lowers the ceiling on all Knicks just a little bit, because one of the beautiful things about playing the Knicks, whether it was in daily, so rare, whatever, is that you knew Brunson was going to play 39 minutes. You knew Josh Hart was going to play 39 minutes, right? Like you could count on that. I think we might see it a little bit differently this season with this team. But the Mitch Robb starting, I think, is kind of interesting. And for somebody that's not getting drafted at all in best ball, even if he's only going to play like 24 minutes, if he's somebody that's only going to play like 24 minutes, whatever, we know he's a rebounding machine. We also saw that the Knicks just like played a little bit better with him last season on the floor in the postseason. Excuse me. Daniel in the chat bringing up something great too. Yeah, it is a good point to note, like the Yabusele. The Yabusele edition is pretty nice. It does give them a little bit more flexibility. I thought that was a great ad for them. I'm a big Yabusele fan. Clarkson, we'll see what he's got left. We got Coach Stark in the chat. Coach Stark, man, as an Arizona fan, what do you do? Do you move? Is the key to move? Man, you got from Cardinals to Suns, right? More like Cardinal sin. Oh, got him. Dab on him. The Cardinals, dude, that was disgusting yesterday. But I think important to note, like, let's pay attention to Mitch Robb this year. Yeah, the Jordan Clark. Listen, I'll believe the Clarkson stuff when I see it. I don't think they're gonna be as. I don't know, man. I'm more interested in Deuce than I am Clarkson and Brogdon. I kind of feel like Brogdon's a little redundant. We'll see, though. We'll see. I could just see Brogdon on a different team at some point. I don't know. Just throwing stuff out there. Excuse me. But I'm excited. I'm excited for the Knicks. I think we're going to talk about some future bets in a little bit. I think they're kind of fun there. So shout out Mitchell Robinson. Excited to see that. The 76ers, listen, until Philly's healthy, there's not really enough to take away from them. I continue to forget that Eric Gordon is on this team. I just forget that I forget that he's there. Let's go to the next game. Friday, the Pellies went down under to Melbourne, Ruled Lava Arena. God, the accent's just terrible work. The Pellies were out there, though. They took on Finn Delaney, Jesse Edwards, Milton Dial. See, this is like an Irish accent. It's not good. What's up, Panini? Tyson Walker. No, I can't do it. It's just terrible. Let's see if we recognize any former NBA names in here. Dash Daniels. Honestly, this is Dyson Daniels' brother. Dash Daniels has been absolutely balling down under. Had 11 and 6 in this game, but I listened to the Game Theory podcast with Sam Vecini and Sam, who lives in Australia. I think he lives in Australia, right? He covered the NBL a little bit, and Dash Daniels has been awesome. So I think he is moving up the NBA ranks. Oh, there is. Can you guys hear the audio for the ad? I realized I took my headphones off, and you might be able to hear the audio for the ad. Anyways, Dash Daniels is a name to pay attention to, but let's talk about the Pellies, man. Dude, Skinny Zion looks great. Had 15, 5, 2 steals and 2 boards. Look at that 5 dimes, though. 5 dimes, 5 for 8 from the field. Jordan Poole was out there. He went 3 for 9 from the field, 1 for 6 from 3. Not great, Bob. Trey Murphy out there with 18. I'm going, wow, Boston based, dude. Dude, look at this guy, Boston based. Let's do Boston Base, let's do a video break. Boston Base just out here gifting memberships. He must have come into some money. I saw you were spending money on Top Shots.
Hey man, I noticed that some of my Series 2 moments, I spent a lot of money on them and it's not worth as much. So, Jacob, can you make it worth more?
Shut up, Boston Base. We love it. We love it. Maybe you already have it, Daniel. How'd you not get it again? There's barely like 10 of you in the chat right now. You should have gotten that if you don't have it. Heard you had a big football hit. Me? I did a couple weeks ago. I tell you what, I gave a lot of it back yesterday, baby. Anyways, I'm kind of excited about this Pelicans team in theory. I don't know if they are going to be able to stay on if they can take the on paper excitement to the court. Can Zion stay healthy? Herb Jones already just dealing with stuff like an ankle or whatever. You've got like Trey Murphy misses time all the time. Can Jordan Poole play good basketball? What are they going to get in their rookies? Like Queen is going to miss the start of the season. They got no Fears. Jeremiah Fears, number 0. That's exciting. I don't know, man. I kind of like, dude, if Zion, and again, this is the same question we ask every single October. Can Zion play 60 games? If he can, I don't know. Can the Pelicans finish ahead of the Grizzlies if Zion plays 60 games? There's a question for you. Weigh in on the chat. Can the Pelicans finish ahead of the Grizzlies if Zion plays 60 plus games? I feel like he could. I feel like they could. You look at those rosters, right? You already know Zach Edey's missing some time. They're without Brandon Clark. They lost Desmond Bane. They did bring in Ty Jerome. This is Memphis we're talking about. Memphis who plays Boston in the preseason on Wednesday, BT Dubs. But you compare that, like this Pelicans roster, like they don't have a traditional point guard. But they added Kevon Looney, Sadiq Bey is finally healthy again after what I think was an ACL. We mentioned Poole, Murphy, Herb Jones. They've got second-year Yves Missy. They got Grand Theft Alvarado, and then the rookies and Queen and Fears. Like I don't know. I feel like they could. Yeah, great point. If they can beat Melbourne United, they can beat anybody. There you go. I don't know. I'm buying into the Pelicans. I'm choosing in these dark times. I'm choosing to be an optimist and be positive and be glass half full. And I'm also clicking Zion's name a ton in best ball lately. So give me the Zion and free my soul. Anyways, win for the Pels. Let's keep going. Let's look at let's go back to the scores. That was on Friday, right? Was that on Friday? That was
Shooting
another ad. Let's go. Every single time we click the button, this garbage happens.
You know what? We should call your dad. Where's your dad?
This is ridiculous. And the buttons aren't working. All right, let's get to the Suns and the Lakers. And again, Lakers fans, you guys are insane, man. I don't know why everybody is losing their mind right now for for these preseason games where they're like, how did we lose to the Phoenix Suns? It's like, what are you talking about? None of these games matters. Regulator letting us know Fears, 0 Fears, played 24 minutes. You love to see it. I wonder, I don't know what their rotations are going to look like, honestly. They're like weirdly a deep team, the Pelicans. They're like a deep mid team. Phoenix Suns, Ryan Dunn looks like he's kind of playing good basketball. There's a lot of good buzz out of him. And he only had 4 points in this game, 8 boards. This is something to note, though. And again, Oso Iguodala started at the 5. Okay, so no Mark Williams in this game. But Ryan Dunn getting the start over Royce O'Neal is probably something we should pay attention to from the fantasy streets. Something that we should look at. I like that. I thought it was going to be Royce O'Neal, especially with that money he is making. But the idea of Ryan Dunn, the second-year guy, if he's playing well here in training camp. Now, again, I don't want to overreact too much because they could just be like, hey, it's the preseason, nothing matters. But the fact that Royce did play 14 minutes off the bench makes me think that maybe Ryan Dunn is going to start here. Okay, Greece, I don't speak French, but let's try. Si quelqu'un parle français, s'occupe des réseaux de San Antonio Spurs de mettre les sous-titres en français. How did I do, Greece? Je suis désolé, je ne parle pas français. Où est la toilette? Quelle heure l'a-t-il? Un bill. How did we do there? How did we do? I feel like we were cooking. Je m'appelle Michel. That's all I got. That's all I got. Let's see. Let's try to say, where are the Spurs going to finish? Is that what you're saying? We could talk about the Spurs, Grease. Guys, I'm not going to lie. He's asking if people who work for the Spurs, if any, speak French. Is that really what you're asking? I don't know. But listen. This is an international show. This is an international show. All right. Let's look at the Lakers stuff. Because again, I'm not really interested. Like Devin Booker was plus 22. Cool. He had 24 points, 8 for 19. You had no Jalen Green in this one, right? Big Dick Nick Rich had 9 and 3 off the bench. Somebody named David Duke Jr. Yikes. Colin Gillespie out there playing 19 minutes. Let's look at the Lakers. So the Lakers started Rui. No LeBron, no Luka in this one, but I think people were pretty concerned with DeAndre, who had 18 minutes, had 1 point. Going 1 for 2 from the line. He only took 2 shots, had 8 boards, 2 blocks, and a steal. And after the game, Ayton was like, I'm just focusing on defense. I'm just focusing on defense. All right, Grease. Wait, I did it. We spoke some French out there, baby. We did. Yeah, I'm not freaking out about DeAndre Ayton. I think if anybody thought, it's Gris. Don't pronounce the S in Gris. Gris is a voodoo amulet. Okay. I'm not going to freak out here about DeAndre Ayton. I think if you thought Dom Ayton was going to come in and average 20 and 14, you are on that drug, kid, because that's not what he's going to do. 20 and 14 is not what this era of DeAndre Ayton is. I think we probably do see double-digit boards, but it's probably closer to like 12 and 11 than it is 20 and 14. And Lakers fans are probably like, hey, we got a number 1 pick for free, and he should be a number 1 pick. But we haven't seen DeAndre Ayton do anything meaningful in a while. So I lower those expectations, bros. I think one thing Lakers fans should be excited about is shout out Rihanna, but it's LaRavia. Jake LaRavia out there balling a little bit. He only had 7 points and 5. But I like LaRavia, man. I'm a LaRavia believer. I think that was like a good grab by the Lakers this offseason, but I'm not worried about. I'm not again, you shouldn't be overthinking any of this stuff. Jackson Hayes still out there playing basketball. Somebody named RJ Davis is balling. But I wonder what this starting 5 for the Lakers are going to look like here. Is it Luka, Reeves, LeBron, and then Rui and DeAndre Ayton? Is that the starting 5? I don't know. I can't make heads or tails of this Lakers team, honestly. The more I look at the West, the more I want to push the Lakers team further down into the standings. Because I'm starting to get some excited about some other teams. I don't know. Joker Rock in the chat said, I heard in the future NBA teams will be able to schedule teams outside the association to pad their records a la college football. Let's go. Good morning. What's up, Joker Rock? Love to see it. I know this is a basketball show, but can we get one sentence on the Patriots game? Let's go. How about that? That was great. Yeah, so I'm not freaking out. I'm not freaking out about this team yet, about the Lakers, but I am wondering if they are closer to a 7-8 seed than they are a 3-4 seed. You know? I don't know. I'm not trying to overreact. Again, no LeBron, no Luka, and that's probably like LeBron and Luka are probably a guaranteed 45 wins. I'm just starting to get a little bit more excited about some other Western Conference teams the deeper into this we go. All right, so Suns and Lakers were on Friday. Let's get into Saturday. God, why? Okay, here we go. So Knicks and 76ers played a second game on October 4th. Knicks won this one 113-104. Again, you get your your actual starting 5: Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Catmandu, Mitch Robb, who only played 13 minutes, and Brunsanity. Yabusele gave him 15 off the bench. No Josh Hart in this game, so maybe you can't take too much into it, but I really do think we're getting Mitch Robb starting minutes. I really do. I think we're getting it. And I'm excited about it. I'm excited about this Mitchell Robinson starting experiment. I really am. Yabusele was out there. I don't think we need to take away anything too important about this. But on the 76ers side, again, they had Barlow, Big Bona, Maxey, Oubre Jr., and VJ. VJ with a big dunk, I believe, in this game. He had 10 and 5. Jabari Walker, again, with 10 points off the bench. But yeah, I don't know. I think for me, like looking at some of these preseason games, I'm excited. I want to see what rookies are doing And then I also want to see like some of these starting, like again, Ryan Dunn starting, I think is something to take note of. Mitchell Robinson starting is something to take note of. Regulators got to take, he said all the veteran teams will fade this season. Lakers, Warriors, 76ers. Are you including the Clippers in there, or do they have too many veterans? You did say Clippers. I actually think the Clippers might be okay. We're going to look at it because we're going to look at some title odds here in a little bit. Because I got some takes. I get some hot takes. So that was Saturday, right? So and then we just get to some. I think I was. No, we got more games. We got the Nets took on the Jerusalem team in Brooklyn. Anthony Lamb. All right, Anthony Lamb playing for the Jerusalem team. Do I recognize any other names? I do not. Let's look at the Nets. So the Nets started MPJ. Well, let's play a drop. We can play an MPJ drop, right? We're the Porters. Boo!
We're the Porters. We share the crowd of up and down performers, throwing things in buzzer beater corners. And one of us is playing for the Warriors. We're juniors and we're the Porters.
MPJ was out there. He was out there balling, was he? 5 for 9 from the field, 2 for 5 from 3. I feel like I'm saying this a lot. I'm having a tough time figuring out what the hell to do with these Nets. But anyways, MPJ at 13. Nick Claxton had 11 and 8. T-Man had 15. Scam Thomas in his 17 minutes at 8 points. And then Ben Saraf played a few more. Oh, no. Did he only play 18 minutes? Plus 25 in 18 minutes. There you go. Timmy's making the roster. He played some bench minutes. Anybody else play some notable bench minutes? Zaire Williams was out there. He 2 for 4 from the field. Noah Clowney, he played 16 minutes. So they went pretty deep here. This Brooklyn team, man, is going to be just a mess. It really is. I don't know what they make, what they do. I don't know what they do. Like, does MPJ play normal minutes? Does Cam Thomas play normal minutes? Like, for those that forgot, they don't have their I'm sorry. They do have their first round pick this year, but after that, it starts swapping. And so this is like their last year. And again, in another loaded draft, this is their last year to get out there and get like a good draft pick. So I've been kind of struggling what to do with MPJ and Cam Thomas. Like, I feel like they guns blazing in October, November, December, and then do they slowly get phased out? Sean in the chat says the one thing we learned about the Nets last year was that they were extremely well coached. Looking forward to see what he does with better pieces over time. Yeah. I mean, Jordi Fernandez, awesome coach, right? Awesome. I'm just nervous that they a mandate from above that they are not allowed to play good basketball. Excuse me. All right, Magic and Heat played in Puerto Rico. I believe our guy Stan Loves went to the game, right? Mr. Tyler Durden Heat. The Orlando Magic win 126-118. Starters didn't play too many minutes, but notable starters here. Paulo Tristan da Silva got the start instead of Franz Wagner. Wendell Carter Jr., Tyus Jones, and Desmond Bane. Tristan da Silva shot the ball well after having like a decent Euro basket, right? For Germany, he had 12. Wendell Carter had 10 and 5. Bane had 9 in his first Orlando experience. Who else did they not play? Who am I missing here? Oh, Suggs. Suggs didn't play. Suggs getting a lot of hate on the internet for not shaving his head yet. Leave the guy alone. We all get to our finish line when we get there. It's about the friends we meet along the way. So leave Suggs alone. Although I do wonder if he was hoping that game was in Turkey and not Puerto Rico. Miami side of stuff, Jovic gets the start. I think this is going to be their starting 5. Except for, am I forgetting somebody? Their starting 5? Wait, okay. All right. I don't know if I expected Jaime Jaquez to... No, I thought Davion Mitchell, but he didn't play. Okay. I think their starting 5 is going to be this 4 with Davion Mitchell. So they started Jaime Jaquez instead. It seems like Khalil Ware is going to come off the bench, which I think they like. They really do like Nikola Jovic, right? That's why they gave him the money. That's why they gave him the extension. So I do think Jovi is going to be starting. No Hero as well, but Hero's not going to. He's going to miss the first couple months or the first month at least. Or did you just do that for the Hero drop? Is that what just happened? All right, we can do the Hero drop. But it does seem like Ware's going to be their sixth man, and maybe Jaquez their seventh. That's going to be like their rotation there. Precious Achua got a little bit of run. We saw Kashad Johnson play 22 minutes. I also want to just shout out this name quickly, Drew Smith. Drew Smith, I honestly thought was playing decent basketball for Miami last year. Now, and maybe Stan, you can correct me. And I maybe some of those minutes were due to injury, but I actually thought he played himself into a reliable role. And then he had a season-ending injury. So just keep an eye on that name, not to impact winning, but again, if you're in the So Rare or the fantasy streets, I think somebody like Drew Smith could prove to be useful, especially as they start the season without Hero. And if anybody else goes down, I think Drew Smith is a name that could get a little bit more run. I was a pretty big fan of him. So shout out Drew Smith. But the Jovic thing, I think is important that he's getting the start there. Anybody do anything meaningful? We saw Wiggins at 11. I don't know what to do with this Miami team either. It feels like they have no ceiling, but they have a decent floor. If Hero comes back, I don't know. Maybe could they play themselves into a 5-6 seed? Maybe. I don't know. I can't tell what the vibes are here, but something to keep in mind. Miami, from Orlando, I don't think we take anything away from it. No Franz, no Suggs in there. Anthony Black getting 21 minutes. I think he, along with Tyus Jones, and then, of course, Goga and Mo Wagner, that seems to be like their 6, 7, 8, 9 guys. I don't know. Jamal Cain's their former Heat legend. Let's keep going on that night. We had the Timberwolves and the Nuggets playing in San Diego, a whale's vagina. Timberwolves win 126-116. No Ant-Man in there. They got McDaniels, Rudy. Dillingham got the start. So they went double big there with Naz Reid, because Randall didn't play either. But Dillingham getting the start, I think, is good. 23 minutes for him. Let's look at some of the other young names I want to pay attention to this year. Johnny Juzang getting added, playing 20 minutes. I'm going to keep an eye on that. I'm curious if he carves out a rotational role. Bones Highland played 22 minutes. Don't think that we can rely on that. But I do think Jalen Clark, Dillingham, and Terrence Shannon Jr. are some of the names we have to pay attention to for the Timberwolves bench this year. Is Dillingham able to take a little bit of a reliable leap? I do think one of TSJ and Jalen Clark are going to carve themselves out a real role. Terrence Shannon Jr. was the one that got more of the opportunity last year, right? Like, because in the postseason, TSJ was balling out a little bit. Well, not balling out, but he got some run, right? So I wonder if he gets first crack at it. But regulators saying Jalen Clark is going to be really good. I'm excited about Clark. Another guy I'm monitoring. All right. Maybe we got to pick up some Sorarians. But Jalen Clark for Minnesota is a name to pay attention to. Denver, everybody's pretty excited about their starting five: AJ, Cam Johnson, the Joker, and Jamal Murray, along with CB, Christian Brown. That's going to be their starting five. They all played like 15 minutes, except for Jokic, who played 19. 3 double-digit bros. Jamal Murray hit all 5 of his free throws, knocked down 3 of 6. Joker, 14, 5, and 2. And then AG at 14, he knocked down a triple. The thing that stares you at the face here with Denver is just how much better this team is depth-wise. That is going to be their starting five. They rolled out Hunter Tyson for some minutes and Spencer Jones, Zeke Naji. I don't think they're going to get a ton of time, but you got Peyton Watson, Tim Hardaway Jr., Bruce Brown, and Jonas Valanciunas. And they also have Jalen Pickett and Julian Strother. And if they can get one of those guys to pop to add some shooting, this Denver team, their ceiling's higher, their floor is higher. I don't think they're going to have to run Joker into the ground this year like they've done in years past. Not that his athleticism is tested, but having a real backup center. It was freaking DeAndre Jordan and Zeke Naji. That's what they were doing. And now they've got Jonas. And they have talked about doing some double bigs too. And I do think you can get away with it because of the ball handling / shooting that Jokic can do. So if you had I think you could do that with Jamal Murray off the bench, right? You could just just have like Jokic and Jonas out there along with Cam Johnson, Aaron Gordon, Bruce Brown. That'd be an insane. Like, how do you defend that team just with size? Joker Rocks, has any chance Jokic and other Euro participants running out of steam early into the season? I don't. That's something to monitor, I guess. Sometimes you see it with Olympians coming back, that they slow down a little bit. But, I don't know. Serbia got knocked out a little bit earlier than we thought, so it's not like he played a ton. Same thing with Slovenia. I mean, maybe it was the Germans like Franz Wagner, but I think that's part of the reason why they were slowing him down in preseason. Something to monitor for sure. Yeah, Houston's going to be on the triple big, man. Consider like Amon Thompson, Tyrese, and Jabari. They're all freaking big. They're all freaking big. Will be interesting to see if Jonas does better after wasting a year in Washington. Oh, no, well, he was because he went to Sacramento halfway through the season, right? And he actually put up some like good fantasy performances in Sacramento for it. But you're right. He hasn't played meaningful basketball minutes in a very long time, right? Since like he left Toronto, I feel like. So yeah, we'll have to see. But again, whatever, that's an upgrade from DeAndre Jordan. I'll tell you that right here, right now. Let's see. We got a couple more games. We got one. The Pelicans played PNX, mate, in Red Laver Arena. Panini, Melbourne. You got somebody named John Brown, Nathan Sobey, Owen Fox. Okay, we're not going to look at that. Let's look at the Pellies. In this one, they started Zion Looney, Jordan Poole, and Jeremiah Fears. And then you had Yves Missy playing 20 off the bench. So it does seem like I wonder if Looney is getting the start. Bay had 21 and 6 in this one. Fears had 12. Yeah, I wonder are they really going to start Looney over Missy? Or do they go point Zion or Zion at the 5? Like, I really don't know how they are going to handle it this year. But so I don't know. I'm repeating myself here that I'm like, what are the Pelicans gonna do? But I think they have a lot of different ways they can play basketball. And if they get enough shooting, like Sadiq, 4 for 6 from the 3, that actually is a path forward for Sadiq Bey getting some more run. Now, no Trey Murphy or Herb Jones in this one, but yeah, anyways. And then let's get to yesterday's game. So OKC played the Charlotte Hornets. I saw Thunder fans being like, can you believe this? The backups beat Charlotte. Guys, stop it. It's the preseason, and also leave Charlotte alone. No need to bully. You won a championship. Relax. Don't turn into dickheads. OKC won 135-114. This was the starting five. Nikola Topic, Jay Will, Ousmane Dieng, Isaiah Joe, Aaron Wiggins. And then this is just ChatGPT names. Brooks Barnheiser, Zach Austin, Malvi Leons, Brandon Carlson. Brandon Carlson sounds like he's a kicker. Chris Youngblood and Jazian Gortman. Just some things that I wanted to point out here about the Thunder. We already know what we're getting from Isaiah Joe, Aaron Wiggins, Jalen Williams for the most part. Maybe he takes a little bit of a leap. Maybe he's a more reliable stretch big. We'll see. Nikola Topic playing 31 minutes. I do think, is Topic able to carve out a role for him? Obviously, former lottery pick for the Thunder, missed last year because he was battling an injury. I think he was projected to be a top 3 pick in that draft if he was healthy. Or top 5 pick, I forget. But anyways, Topic, I'm curious if he's able to crack a rotation spot. Problem with Topic is they're just such a deep team, man. Who are you taking minutes away from? Wallace, SGA, the J-Dub, Isaiah Joe, Aaron Wiggins. Who are you taking minutes from? So I wonder if he does time in the G League at all, or if he just to get more run, or if they keep him up there. It's, again, OKC just like an embarrassment of riches. They are just such a deep team. Oh, Guy Budavine in the chat. There we got Malvi Leon is a Dutch guy. Saw him play for the national team a couple weeks ago. Hell yeah. And then regularly said Hornets won the game. No injuries suffered. Yeah, seriously. Hornets rule. So it looks like Musa Diabate going to get the start there at the 5. That was the one question mark. I didn't know if they were going to go Musa, if they were going to go Plum Dog Millie, or if they were going to go Mr. Crackbrenner. Although Mason didn't play at all, so maybe he will start. Con Knips, Mr. Nipples, he had 18 in this game, 4 for 10 from 3. This team is going to chuck triples. LaMelo in 15 minutes had 11 and 3. I don't know. I don't think there's anything really to take away. One thing to pay attention to here from a fantasy perspective, these two guys, Johnny Saloon, the lottery pick from last season, is he going to be able to do anything? That's something to monitor. Can he do anything, or was this a full-on bust pick? All right, thank you. Plumdog has personal issues, not currently on the team. Thank you. Is he gonna do anything? Can he knock down threes? Is he gonna if you're betting the Charlotte over, you need him to be important. Not important, but at least something off the bench, because their bench is tough. The other name to pay attention to is Mr. Crackbrenner. the big man from Creighton, I believe, who I kind of wanted the Celtics to draft there with their second round pick, but they decided not to. I wonder if he is able to, because like Diabate is nice. I think he's a good energy guy, not a real big man though. Like they need somebody to actually grab rebounds. I don't know who is going to rebound for this team. I don't know. I think they're relying a lot on like Bridges to rebound, LaMelo to play bigger. I don't really know. But anyways, there you go. 135, 114. Wait, I think I forgot a game. Did I miss a game here? Where's the San Antonio game? Hold on. Let's look at the scores. Where's the San Antonio game? Because I saw some insane highlights. Was it on Thursday? Where's the freaking San Antonio? Because Wemby, Wemby made the thumbnail because he did like a Shaq KD thing. Did I miss it? I feel like am I dying? I thought. Anyways, all right. Let's look at the. I feel like I'm missing games. All right, whatever. So we'll do Lakers, Golden State. Golden State won this one 111-103. I'm not losing my mind, right? Didn't Wemby had like an insane highlight this weekend where he basically went KD to Shaq, where he had the ball in his hand, like dribbled, and then did like that, like just bodied this dude, dunked it, and gave him like that Shaq hump. You know that Shaq hump when he throws it down and like pelvic thrust? I feel like he did that. Anyways, somebody help me out here in the chat. But anyways, Golden State won 111-103, held the Lakers to 9 points in the fourth quarter. I mean, the Warriors were held to 9 points in the fourth quarter. In this one, Rui, Vando, Laravia, Ayton, Gabe Vincent got the start. Ayton was, just a cool minus 25. He had 7 points and 7 boards. Took more shots in this one, but only made a few more. 3 for 8 from the field. Whatever. Bronny James played 23 minutes. He had 5 and 3 in that game. For the Warriors, looks like, is this going to be our starting 5? Draymond, Jimmy Butler, Steph Curry, Moses Moody, Podziemski. One thing I would point out, man, if the Warriors are really going to start Draymond at the 5 this season, did Wemby really not play this weekend? I feel like I was seeing crazy. Hold on. What the hell was I looking at, man? Let's see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see if I can find it. Wembanyama. Let's see what videos are cooking right now. X is always legit. Yeah, it was on October 4th. Who the hell were they playing? I'm not losing my mind. All right. Was it a scrimmage? Is that why it didn't count? Hold on. Let's share it right now. Also, look at the sun hitting my face. Angelic. You call me crazy. How dare you, Daniel? Ready? Look at this. Damn, Daniel. All right. Ready? Let's go. Who were they? This must have been a scrimmage.
Sean talks about it all the time, too. Like, these games are important for every single person, but... I don't know what you do with that.
One more
Sean
time.
Talks about it
Off
all the time,
dribble,
too. Like,
bro.
these games are important for every single person, but...
I don't know. Come on. That's nuts. Yeah, you're right. Maybe did I get got by AI? All right, back to the Warriors here for a second. If Draymond is going to play the 5 all season long, dude, the Warriors are cooked. And your answer can't be Al Horford. Like, are they really just going to go small ball 5 this entire time? Their other bigs are like Trace Jackson Davis. They had Kuminga off the bench for 15 minutes. He had knocked down a 3, 5.6 boards, 4 dimes. Is it Quentin Bose, Guy Santos? Like, I don't know. I just don't love this Warriors team, and I feel like I'm the only one. I feel like everybody is very excited about it because they're like, well, they got Al Horford, they got DeAnthony Melton, they got Kevin Paper. I think you're asking a lot. You're asking for Kuminga and Steve Kerr to both be normal. You're asking for Draymond, Jimmy, Steph, and Al to all stay healthy and rested. You're asking for Podziemski and Moody to like take a leap. I'm just not seeing it, man. I'm not seeing it. Like every team is one injury away. But anyways, that's the roundup. What do we got tonight? Do we have any games tonight? I was looking at, I know the Celtics play the Grizzlies on Wednesday tonight. We got a handful of games. The Milwaukee Bucks and the Miami Heat, Atlanta and Houston, Detroit, Memphis, Gangju against San Antonio, OKC against Dallas, and then Denver at Toronto. Tuesday, Chicago and Cleveland, Indy and Mini, and then Wednesday, San Antonio at Miami, Utah at Houston, Boston, Memphis, Portland, Golden State, Toronto, and Sacramento. I don't know if you guys saw, there was like a Peyton Pritchard. Let me actually let's go through some of my bookmarks here. Let's go through some bookmarks because there was an insane Peyton Pritchard photo post practice, where it was crazy. Hold on, let's look at this. Here we go. Here we go. What's happening here? Also, are they not allowed to go like clean up a little bit after practice? They have. Do you think Peyton was like, dude, you know how many clicks this is gonna get, dude? You know how many clicks this is gonna get if I just go out there all bloodied up? But anyways, Peyton Pritchard right there, looking feisty. The other thing I wanted to point out here before we look at some finals odds, Hoops Hype announced their top 50. And let's break this down here for a second because I got some thoughts. So they have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander at number 1. All right, Shai at number 1. Is that just because he won the MVP? So they're like, well, you got to be number 1. You got to be number 1. Okay, fine. If you want to do that, that's fine. You got Jokic and Giannis next. Those are my top 3 regardless. I don't care how you shuffle it. You want to make a case for Giannis, that's fine. I think me personally, I go Joker, Giannis, SGA. That's fine. Luke at 4, fine. Anthony Edwards at 5. Okay. I feel like there's a void at 5. I think you could make a case for a lot of guys. I feel like we might especially with no Tatum, we might look back and be like, is Wemby really number 5? I see Daniel saying Wemby at 9 is crazy. Do you go the other way? Do you think Wemby should be higher or lower? After Ant, they go Brunson, Mitchell, Cade. I don't know, man. I mean, I guess if we're just saying regular season, fine. I have a tough time. 7th overall for Donovan, 6th overall for Brunson. Win something. Cade at 8. Maybe we're projecting a big leap from Cade. I'm okay with it, I guess. Victor at 9. I thought what was kind of wild is J-Dub at 10. So you got 2 Thunder, 1 and 10. J-Dub at 10. Yeah, so Daniel's saying I think he's ahead of Ant, Brunson, Spida, and Cade. I think you could make Ant has done some stuff. I'm fine with Ant being 5. I think Wemby at 6 is good. You got to put him ahead of Brunson, Mitchell, and Cade, in my opinion. So J-Dub at 10. Then you got Steph. This is where I was like Siakam at 12. So you have Siakam ahead of Mobley. You have Siakam ahead of Karl-Anthony, whatever. Siakam ahead of Paolo. Siakam ahead of Anthony Davis. I think I'm taking JB over Siakam. I think JB should be 15. I think I have JB over Siakam and over Karl-Anthony Towns. Sorry, not sorry. And then after that, we're just going to, well, we can do all 50. Who cares? After that, you got Devin Booker at 18, which I feel like some people are like Devin Booker should be 10, but the Suns are going to suck, so it's hard to give him credit. You got LeBron at 19 at age 40, Trae Young, then Sengun at 21, KD at 22, Joel Embiid if he's playing basketball at 23, Bone at 24, James #Hardon 25. Then it goes Ja, Fox, Wagner, Big Zubac, Z. Crack the top 30. Derek White at 30. Tyrese Maxey at 31. I feel like Maxey should be higher. Triple J at 32. Garland, Randall, Bam Bam, Bigelow, Adebayo, Jamal Murray, Tyler, I Need a Hero, Scotty Barnes, The Claw, Kawhi Leonard. The last 10, Bridges, OG, Jimmy Bucks, DeMar DeRozan, Jared Allen, Amen, Omen Thompson, Zion Williamson, Rudy, LaMelo Ball, Chet Holmgren, and Miles Turner. Anything seem crazy? Yeah, I feel like Paolo should be higher too. Derek White at 30. Listen, man, I'm a Derek White believer. I love Derek White. I think he makes the right play at the right time. I would take him. If we're talking postseason, I'd have him at 30. I think White ahead of Maxey, Jaren Jackson Jr. I don't know. Jamal Murray, Scotty Barnes, Kawhi Leonard. Real quick on Kawhi Leonard, by the way, listen, who knows what's going on with the Clippers, okay? I don't know what's going to happen. I don't. Kawhi Leonard did not have surgery this offseason. Kawhi Leonard is well rested, didn't play any international ball. Clippers didn't go on a deep postseason run. Kawhi played really, really good the second half of the year. I don't think he's going to play 82 games or anything like that, but at least in the fantasy streets, Kawhi Leonard is going like 66th overall right now in underdog. And that is a mistake. Like he's going behind Lowry Markkanen, Miles Bridges, like Mikal Bridges in some situations. Kobe White, Jamal Murray. Like even if he plays 65 games, like just enough to qualify, I mean, that's like 66 is crazy. 66 is crazy. And anyways, that's a good pivot. Let's look at some finals odds. Let's go. Where is it? Here we go. According to FanDuel, not a sponsor. All right, wait, hold on. Can you guys see this? Okay. All right, yeah. So we got Oklahoma City leading the way, plus 220. This is to win it all. Cavs plus. These are, by the way, I'm gonna just like highlight some bets of mine bets that I enjoy. Knicks being plus 1,000. I think like if you are, to me, there's no big difference between Cleveland and New York right now. And so if you're like, hey, what if the East wins the championship? I think like the odds on the East are pretty fun. And so, yeah, guy plus 1,000 on the Knicks, I think is fine. Jalen Duren should be on the list for top 50. I don't think I put him top 50. Top 75, maybe top 50. I don't know. I like Jalen Duren though. Maybe if he takes another step forward this year. But anyways, plus 700, plus 1,000, plus 750 for Denver. I mean, I think Denver is clearly the second best team in the Western Conference. They took this OKC team to 7 games this past postseason, and then Denver got better. So I think that's a pretty fun one. You could definitely mess around with that. I'd be okay with it. Minnesota plus 1,600. Timberwolves back-to-back Western Conference appearances. You got Anthony Edwards getting better. What do you get from these young guys? They still have Rudy, Nas. They did lose Nickeil Alexander-Walker, but they have like Dante DiVincenzo's been there for a year. Randall's been there for a year. I don't know. Plus 1,600, pretty fun. That's a pretty fun bet. Houston Rockets, I think, were higher before the Fred VanVleet stuff. Again, Orlando Magic, I think if Orlando Magic had won a playoff series last season, or like at all in the history of the team, and then made these additions, I think I'd enjoy that bet a little bit more. I think it's hard for me to be like, hey, you see this core of Paolo and Franz who have never won a playoff series together. They add Bane. I don't know. Hard to think that they are going to go that whole way. Clippers plus 2,000. All right, listen. Okay, this is the case for the Los Angeles Clippers at plus 2,000. And I can say this because I am a New England Patriots fan. All right. Do you remember what happened with the little deflated balls? This is their like deflated balls. Everybody's out to get them. They say Ballmer should sell the team. The NBA is going to sweep it under the rug because they're hosting the All-Star game and Ballmer's too rich. Kawhi, their Clippers are cheaters. Kawhi is a scam. Lawrence Frank was involved. Pablo Torre's doing a podcast every single week about it. All right. Then galvanizes the roster. Bradley Beal was in Phoenix, thrown to the Wolves. Well, not the Wolves, the Clippers, but you get it. Brook Lopez, one last gasp, a little death rattle from Brolo. All right. Plus 2,000. What's their starting five? Their starting five: James Harden, Bradley Beal, Kawhi Leonard, maybe John Collins, maybe not, but John Collins, Vica Zubac. And then off the bench, you've got Nicolas Batum. You got Brook Lopez as your backup 5. They've still got Derrick Jones Jr. They still got Chris Dunn. They can play so many different ways. Plus 2,000. Give me the Clippers. The case has been made. The case, us against the world. Clip City, bitch. Let's see. Anybody else like these numbers? So that's probably my last one that I'm excited about. Hawks at plus 3,000. Celtics. I mean, Pistons plus 3,300. Cade makes a leap. Duren makes a leap. Asar Thompson starts looking like Amen Thompson. Maybe. Cooper Flagg, if he turns into the best player in the NBA, plus 4,000. That's probably it. The Spurs plus 6,000. If you want to get real weird with it, you say Wemby blows up. You know, who knows? Hawks seem like good value there. Could be this year's Pacers if there's another long shot. Yeah. I mean, you could make a case for it. Same thing, though, with like Orlando. I'd love to see a team that's like won something recently, but I don't know. But it's fun. Anything else you guys wanted to get into today? I think that was pretty much all I had for you guys. Let's do a couple of business things. Go see One Battle After Another. It was awesome. I went and saw it at the Angelica 123 in New York City. Saw it on 70 millimeter, A+. 3 o'clock, 89 Cavs, right here. 3 o'clock, 89 Cavs. We're back. We're gonna ball out. Steve and Justin return. commercial actor Justin Catchins. And then tonight, first to the floor. If you want to talk some Celtics, it's going to be fun. Yeah, tomorrow. Wait, I thought it was the rookies tomorrow, Daniel. Aren't the rookies first? And then the West and East are next week? Or Thursday, I mean? Am I wrong on that? I thought the rookies were first. Maybe it's the other way around. My bad. Do you have any props for tonight? Brashad Smith overs. Also, Xavier Worthy might not be playing. Playing. All right, West is first. All right, West first. All right, I got to get ready then. I got to get my cash ready. I got to get my cash money ready. All right, maybe we get a stream for that tomorrow. Hold on, I'm going to check my DMs while we're talking here. I thought they wanted me to do. So, oh yeah, all right, we're going to be streaming tomorrow. When those happen. All right, that's good to know. We'll be doing some auctions live tomorrow. Also, we get some Splash Sports contest if you guys want to mess around on Splish Splash taking a bath. We got a $5 one and a $25 one for tonight's action only. If you want to join, just go over to splashsports.com, sign up, follow me. We already got 71 people in the $5 one. That's very exciting. And then tomorrow, maybe we'll check in on some guillotine leagues. Tomorrow. I might be done. I might be done in the big boy one. Also, just so much gray. All right, get after the week. New No Dunks today. They got new branding, new logos. Go watch No Dunks if you need some more content. Appreciate everybody tuning in. We'll see you all right here at 3 o'clock.